What's up, booze fam? So I just got done with a really phenomenal lifting session, and it gave me a little inspiration, and I want to go ahead and dedicate this one to all of you New Year's resolutioners out there that have like fitness and health goals. I know that starting out in fitness, it can be like super intimidating. I've only been lifting for 2 years, and there are even times that I'm still kind of intimidated. But just so you guys know, it not only gets easier once it becomes a habit, it gets really fun. So there's that part. Now, here's where I'm irritated with you guys. You New Year's resolutioners, because you're brand new to the game, you think you gotta like cut out all your carbs and you can only have protein shakes, and booze is definitely a no, and I hate that. I'm team everything in moderation, including alcohol, even though I may not moderate it so much for myself. The channel is called Molly Drinks after all. But Michelob Ultra has made it a little bit easier for you this year because they have released a line of organic seltzers. And not only are they organic, they're also only 80 calories and they're only 4% alcohol. So a slightly lower alcohol content than some of the other seltzers out there on the market, but pretty close to it. Less calories and absolutely no carbs, no sugar. This is also the first day of Michelob Ultra week. And if you didn't know that Michelob Ultra had its own week, that's because this is the first one. But I imagine that because we're seeing exponential growth in this particular brand, it will not be the last. So I was both actually equally afraid of these and excited for them because I'm team organic. I like organic things, but I find that a lot of organic beverages that don't contain sugar usually have stevia in them, and I don't like stevia. I just don't like the taste of it. But like right before filming, I flipped a can over and I discovered that these don't have stevia in them. So I'm back to being excited about it. Before we get into this, I just want to point out that despite this super cool Michelob Ultra pullover that I have on, this is in no way sponsored by Michelob Ultra. I do in fact still do this not only for free, but at my own expense. So everything on this table I paid for myself. So you're getting my full-fledged honest opinion. So let's get into it. I'm going to start with the cucumber lime. I think both the cucumber lime and the peach pear are pretty mild flavors, but it's cucumber. They're basically nothing. So I'm gonna start with the cucumber lime, which is actually the one I'm most excited for, and then go into the peach pear and then save the spicy pineapple for last because it's spicy pineapple. Like that's gonna be the one that's, if there is a palate wrecker in the group, it's that one. Right off the bat, it's super cucumber and like no lime. And I stand by that in the flavor. Like, if I look really hard, I can kind of find some lime in the finish, but it's predominantly cucumber. And honestly, like, I'm kind of here for that because I love cucumber drinks. So if you like cucumber drinks, you will probably, like, this is a flavor that you will enjoy. If you are thinking it's going to be more lime, you're not going to like this flavor. I'm pretty pleased with the sweetness level on these. Like, they're not, there's like a hint of sweetness there, but it's more on the dry side, honestly. All right, moving on to peach pear. Oh, wow. This smells super peachy in like a, how do I explain this? It's weird because it smells sort of like candied peach, like gummy peach, but it also smells like the outside of a peach, you know, like the fuzzy part. Again, in the flavor, all peach and really no pear. If they had just called this one just cucumber, I think it would have been a totally accurate description. And if they called this one just peach, I think that would have been an accurate description. Because, yeah, I'm getting tons and tons of peach and absolutely no pear. And it's weird because the flavor of the peach itself is like a candied peach, but the sweetness level is almost non-existent in this one. Wait. I found it. I found the pear. I found it. It's all the way in the finish. You gotta wait for it a really long time. So if you're like a chugger, which if you've got fitness goals, you shouldn't be a chugger. You should probably take your time. If you're taking a drink and then you're, letting it sit and just kind of inhaling, you definitely get the pear in the finish, but it's way in the finish, and it is super subtle. But it's tasty. All right, spicy pineapple. Let's see what this is about. Well, it definitely smells pineapple-y. You know, so far I've been like really impressed with the aromas on these. A lot of the time I feel like seltzers don't have so much aroma, but these have quite a lot. Or maybe that's a preconceived bias because my first experiences were with like White Claw. It doesn't smell spicy at all. That's really delicious. I was a little concerned about this one because I'm like, how are you getting spicy into a seltzer and then it doesn't become overpowering? But it's just not there. Like, it's not spicy at all. So if you're looking at the name of this seltzer and you're like, oh, I don't know, I don't do spicy, don't worry about it. You're gonna be just fine. So the pineapple flavor is like fresh pineapple, honestly. Maybe like slightly underripe pineapple, not like a lot, just a touch. And it's super, super strong in that first, in the front. And then it really kind of fizzles out. But it's still really, really tasty. Final thoughts on the new Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzers. Overall, I would give this a pretty good rating. Like if we were rating on a scale of like 1 to 5, I'd probably give all of them somewhere around a 4, maybe a 3.75 to a 4. You can always go check my Untapped and see what I scored them. One of the things that I really, really like about them is the sweetness level. Across the board, they were all pretty dry, which I really appreciate. And I appreciate that they didn't try to add like an organic stevia because I just think that gets really, really weird. And I think that these benefit from the fact that they are a drier tasting seltzer. Like I feel like I've had seltzers that have been in some way, shape, or form sweetened, and it just, in a way, I feel like it almost defeats the purpose. Also, these particular flavors I think benefit from said dryness. They're all really pretty good. If I had to rank them in order of which ones I think were the best, I think I would do, in first place, it's gonna be that pineapple, but I would never call it spicy pineapple because it's definitely not spicy at all. I don't even know where that spice is supposed to be. I even sat with it for quite a few minutes just to see if I could ever find it, and I couldn't. So, but the pineapple flavor is really, really yummy. So I'd say pineapple would be my number one pick out of the pack. And then the cucumber lime, because it is super refreshing. It's a super refreshing cucumber. And the lime is sort of there, but it's like really, really subtle. But if you want to talk about subtlety, I mean, the peach pear, that pear is, I mean, you really got to be looking for it to find it. It's way, way in the finish. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, because the peach flavor itself was really, really good. I just don't think they should have called it peach pear. They should have just called it peach and been done. Overall, I think this is a really, really successful seltzer. I think it would appeal to a lot of different people. And I'm pretty excited that in my area, I'm the only one who has it. So that's my take on the new Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzers. You can just take that information and do with it what you will. Thanks for watching.